Hi, this is Gus Olson. I've been meeting and flirting with women in real life for 11 years, and I recently talked to a guy who said that he's been going on a fair amount of dates. He said it was 4 or 5 dates in the last month, which is decent for an average guy, and he was going on these dates. And I told him, okay, well, what's the problem then? Why did you reach out? And then he said, well, I'm going on all these dates, but I really wasn't excited about to meet any of these particular girls. And I said, okay, interesting. And why did you go? And he said, well, he felt like it was better to go than sit at home and do nothing. Now, on one hand, this makes sense, right? I mean, you don't want to sit at home on a Friday or Saturday night, and you'd rather go on and meet a girl. But this is such a dangerous mindset and behavior to have that is gonna really make you very miserable. And I'll tell you why. Because this guy said exactly like this. He said, I'm actually very frustrated with myself, and I felt very miserable after these dates because I felt like I wasn't being myself. I felt like I was forcing myself to go. I felt like I was being inauthentic also with women because I didn't really like them that much. And I just felt like I was kind of settling and not really going for what I truly wanted. And this is the danger, right? When you go on these dates that you're not very excited about, when you go and meet women that you're not that excited about, only because you feel like you have no other options, you're essentially admitting yourself that, well, I'm living in scarcity. I cannot date women that I'm truly excited about, so I'll just take what I get. Now, even before we talk about what it does to your dating, think about what it does to your mindset in general. You're telling yourself, look, I cannot get what I truly want, so I'll just take what I can get. And when you live life with that mindset, you become very frustrated, you become very miserable, because you know with yourself, you know that you just settled. You know you just took what you could get. And taking what you can get, not really going for what you want, is the best way straight into misery, right? And that's how people end up miserable and frustrated, not only in their dating, but just in every other area of life. It can be even with a job, right? Like the job is a classic example. People work very terrible jobs, and they do that because they feel like they cannot get a better job, so they just settle. This is the classical case of misery and frustration, long-term frustration. So this is why you cannot do this. You cannot allow yourself to have this kind of behavior. And now, back to dating. When you go on these dates with women that you're not excited about, it's almost as bad as being home alone and not having any dates, because you're not that excited about, you're not having that exciting feeling that you would have when you would meet a girl that you really want to see. It's nothing compared to that feeling when you go and meet a girl that you're truly excited about. You are very attracted to her. The conversation just flows. You're having all this great conversation. You're having all these great discussions. There's a lot of flirtation going on. And the time just flows. The time just passes. And when you exit the date or when you go home, you feel like, wow, I kind of lost track of time. That's what you want to have. You don't want to have this kind of like dragging on feeling that you just, oh, well, I'm here, but I'm not that excited about. And yes, I've talked on this channel many times that you got to earn the right to be picky, right? You got to earn the right to have good standards. But you cannot also let yourself have super low standards. You got to have high standards, but only after putting in the work. This is why I always tell you, go out, improve your social skills, take massive action, improve your confidence, because that is how you elevate yourself into a better guy that is able to go and date these women that you're excited about. You're not going to date women that you're excited about if you just do nothing and do what everyone else is doing. You got to take massive action, and one of the ways to take massive action is to go out on the street and talk to women in real life, put your balls on the line, and really practice your flirting, social skills, and charisma. So please, guys, don't settle. Don't settle just for taking whatever you can get, because if you settle, then life becomes very, very meaningless almost, and you're just literally existing. You're not really living in any area of life. So I hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.